Beware, I live.
Hey folks, I'm Todd Tuckey from TNT Amusements. And I want to tell you a little bit about Ralph's favorite game, Sinistar. Do you know the game? Williams released it in 1983. What an incredible game. It only said 8 different words, but by moving them around, you could say things like,
Run, coward.
or just,
Run, run, run.
boy oh boy, when this game came out, they thought it was going to be big. But it's developed a new series of aficionados in recent years, including Ralph. He's got a cockpit. Not many were made. We think around 200. How many are left? Because a lot of them actually got converted to other machines, other cockpit games that were making money. What made the cockpit Sinistar so unique, it was in fact Williams' first stereo game. It had 2 soundboards in it, one for each channel, and it could produce an effect called panning. So it sounded like stereo because they could pulse the sounds a little bit apart from each other. So few of these machines are left. Ralph, you've got a pretty rare game. And all I have to say to that is,
I am Sinistar.
So one of my favorite arcades in my collection is absolutely this Sinistar cockpit. The game in general is probably one of my favorite arcade games, but the reason why this piece is one of my favorites is because there was only 200 of these made. Who knows how many of these still exist? I'm thinking there's got to be like less than 100. I mean, this thing is, it's very beat up, I'll tell you that. But I had to have it because it was one of those things where when I saw it, I fell in love with it. I didn't realize there was a cockpit variant of it until I went to Galloping Ghost. They have one there. Theirs is in kind of rough shape too, but think about it. Who knows where the heck people stored these things? I think this one was stored in a barn somewhere, so it's got water damage, it's got a bunch of problems with it. But, you know, I bought it because my thought was over time I'll bring it back to life. But I don't only own just one Sinistar. I like this game so much, I have 2 of them.
Run, run, run.
I hunger, I hunger, I It's gonna be so dumb. So like I said, I have 2 of them. This was the first one I bought, and then I saw the cockpit at Galloping Ghost, and I found one. It's crazy that only 200, like I said, were made, so who knows how many of those are left. My long-term plan is to get that thing restored, but it's gonna take a lot of work, and I might need to get some help from others because it's a pretty interesting project, and a lot of the original artwork for the cockpit, no one's reproduced it, because as you can imagine, there's not many of them around. But why I love this game is it's chaotic, it's fast, it's easy to pick up and play, but it is very hard to master it. As a matter of fact, most people play it the first time and have no idea how to play it. They think they're playing asteroids and they're just blowing stuff up. Little do people know you have to shoot the planetoids, but you don't want to shoot them rapidly. You want to shoot them slowly, and then the crystals come out. You mine those crystals to make Cinnabombs, and then you can destroy Sinistar with the Cinnabombs. No, not Cinnabons. Everyone always thinks I'm saying Cinnabons. It's not Cinnabons, they're Cinnabombs. Why'd you shake your head? People say it. Yeah. I don't say it. People say it. All right, then don't put it. I won't put it then. Wow. Screw you. You want to say it's cringy.
Before we get started, let's cover a little of the history. Sinistar was developed and manufactured by Williams Electronics in 1983. The game is known for being incredibly difficult. And while in modern times we might not consider it scary or terrifying, in 1983, voice speech in games was still relatively new. So you can imagine the reaction of someone in the arcade back in the day when they heard
Beware, I live.
as Sinistar came to life. The game came in 2 variants, a sit-down cockpit that featured stereo sound and a stand-up version. The controls are unique as it features an optical 49-way joystick for variable speed control as you fly through space at breakneck speeds. Something that fascinates me is the hardware it takes to run games like this. Sinistar took a CPU board, a ROM board, an interface board, a sound board, and a speech board. But remember, this was 1983.
So why do I like this game? It's fast, it's exciting. It does take a lot to master though. A lot of people go up to this game and they think they know how to play it, and they're destroying the planetoids like the game is Asteroids, and that's not actually what you do. You do need to shoot them, but you need to shoot them slowly so you can mine crystals to make Cinnebombs to destroy Sinistar. Now, one really interesting fact about this game is when you hear Sinistar scream, they actually captured the audio footage for that at a zoo. It was a lion. So there's a lot of cool things about this game, but I feel like if you don't know how to play it, you really wouldn't enjoy it. And until I really understood the concepts, I didn't love it as much as I do now. I totally fell in love with it. I didn't grow up with this game. So it just goes to show, don't sleep on these 80s games because they're super cool. They just are a little challenging, but you have to understand the game mechanics and how to play them. I got him! And obviously I like it. I have clothing that says Sinistar on it. I mean, I don't know, it's one of those things. Go explore and experience some of these older games that you maybe didn't grow up with, because you might find out they're your favorite games too. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up, consider subscribing to the channel, put your comments below. I want to hear from you, and I will see you on the next one.
Hey, Retro Ralph. Wake up, Ralph. It's Sinistar. Come to the garage, Ralph. I have something for you.
Leave me alone.
I'm Sinistar. Come on, Ralph. Stop being a wimp, Ralph. Come to the garage.
Okay.
Hurry the hell up, Ralph. Your subscribers hate long intros, Ralph. I've seen the analytics. Now get to the garage.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.